Alright everybody, so in this video I'm going to be going over the perfected Super Saiyan form. I've been working on a lot of my forms for a while. I'm not going to really show too much. You've probably seen it in streams or whatnot. But here we go. This is the perfected Super Saiyan levels. So your melee attack gets to D, your rush attack gets to C, your ki blast gets to D, your ki attack gets to C, your stamina and ki type both get to B. Now, I'm going to be kind of talking about the perfecting system just a little bit, and then later in the video, I'm going to be comparing a fully perfected Super Saiyan to a completely unperfected Super Saiyan, with like kind of similar-ish stats, but you can kind of see the difference, right? And I go over sort of more specifically what the difference is between these letters and whatnot, what that means. So, the first thing I kind of want to talk about is I feel like this form here, or this whole system in general, like, I think we all agree it could have been a little bit better, like, could have been a little more thought out, and I think, like, one small thing, like, I think a lot of people just really don't like this system at all, and that's kind of unfair. I think the system is a good system, it's just that little things need to be tweaked. So, for example, the amount of stamina that you lose when you're doing this, when you're stamina is at F, D, and C, are like, it's too much. We all can agree it's too much. I believe the numbers is 2.5 times in F, 2 times in D, and 1.5 times in C, which, like, that's bad. I think, like, it'd be a little bit more fair if it was 1.75 times at F, 1.5 at D, and 1.25 at C. And I know some of you guys might be like, oh, why does it do it in the first place? I kind of like the fact that it does it a little bit, and I'll get into it as to why. But keep in mind, if these were at A, it would actually be going faster. So you'd be charging faster if key type was at A, and your stamina would be coming up faster if it was at A. So that's a very important thing to remember for my next point. But one thing I want to mention before getting to my next point is if you could vanish more at F, you would be leveling stamina up faster. So it would be even easier to get your stamina up. If, you know, the charging was a little faster, and if you could, what's it called? As you can see, like, this drain, like, the more you can vanish, the more stamina you're getting, because vanishing gives you the, like, doing this gives you the most stamina. And you can see it's going down pretty fast, but imagine it going down 2.5 times faster, right? If you can pretty much make it so that way it goes down a little slower, it would be easier to train up in the same way that when you're mastering your form, it's always easier to master the form once you get a level or two into the mastery bar. So that way, basically, the form is lasting longer, which is giving you more time to get your hits in to gain more mastery, if that makes sense. So that's just one little thing I would like to point out. Like, that alone would be a huge fix to a lot of the issues, because I think you guys aren't really necessarily upset. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know what you guys think of the perfecting system. I don't think people are necessarily upset at the system itself. Like, yes, they are, but I think their rage is more so misguided. And they don't like the fact that they got nerfed, and they have to work so hard to just break even. In a lot of forums, that's what it is. You're just breaking even. If I show Heaven Savior... No, not Heaven Savior. If I show Super Saiyan 2, I don't even have it. Ultimate? Yeah. If I show Ultimate, A is the max key type. And I believe that's the case for Super Saiyan 2 as well. And, like, those are buffs, right? But you gotta work so hard to just break even, which, you know, most forms don't even do that, like, or they barely break even, right? So, like, that, I think that's the main problem. Now, another suggestion I have is, like I said, when you're at A, it gets buffed. I think one thing that should definitely happen is Super Saiyan 1 should have A level stamina and key type, like, easily. Now, this makes sense, because obviously if you look at the outfit I'm wearing, you'd understand the reference. Goku and Gohan, when they quote-unquote master this form, perfect this form or whatever, it becomes a new base form because of how efficient it is. Now, I guess that kind of, if you look at it like that, it makes sense why they're B, because B is kind of the base form standard for stamina and ki type. But let me hit you with another proposition, right? Let's say that Super Saiyan 1 was A and A, 2 was B and B, and B and B, and then 3 was C and C. Now, I understand, like, maybe we don't want a form to have C. We would want them all to just be at least base. But hear me out, right? If Super Saiyan 3, and let's ignore Heaven Savior existing and Ultimate existing, right? Let's just say, like, without those forms. Because, to be honest with you, if you guys want my personal take, Ultimate is so boring to look at. Everybody having the same strongest form is so boring. That's why I'm excited for Paths so much. It's because everyone just has the strongest form, like, we're all sharing it. And it's like, look at it, bro. What happened? Like, yeah, my hair spiked up a little bit, my face locked in a little bit, that's it. Number one, this aura sound is like, nobody, I guarantee you nobody likes the sound of this aura. It bleeds my ears. So, yeah, no, like, that, in my opinion, the DCBAS should not even exist for Ultimate. That's my opinion, but, I mean, I could get flamed for that, but if you guys hear me out, just, like, making it so that way, like, your actual race's forms are like, not better, but at least have an upside, a reason to use them, is a better idea. Because, think about it like this, right? Ultimate is just straight up better in every way than Super Saiyan 3. Every way. By the way, if you're curious, Rush and Ki Blast get to A. That's the only thing I have left for Super Saiyan 3. So think of it like B, A, B, C. Ultimate is better in every way. Maybe not by these stats, but you gotta remember Ultimate's multiplier is, like, way higher than Super Saiyan 3's. So it's already just straight up better by default. And you look at the A key type versus 3's C key type, like, it's just, like, it gets on and on about how much better Ultimate really is, like, and if Ultimate is better than 3, you know damn well it's better than 1 and 2. So, like, what is the point? Perfecting should have been an update that helps these lower level forms, gives you a reason to reuse them, not makes them even worse, even more useless. So, my whole proposal, my whole idea, and let me know if you guys like this, is, let's say I'm Super Saiyan 3, right? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lower my power output against Cooler here so I don't just kill him, right? But let's say I'm Super Saiyan 3, and I'm going to go in and fight Cooler, and I'm going to spam my moves, and I'm gonna use up my my ki. I'm gonna use up my stamina. Just gonna try to get rid of it a lot, pretty quickly. We go for the counter, I guess. It doesn't matter that I'm missing, right? Like I'm trying to get rid of my stamina. And then you guys could see if I just do that, I'm out of stamina now, right? And I'm out of ki. So my proposal is, let's say I'm PvEing. I tell my buddy, hey, jump in, I need to go Super Saiyan. And if my ki control, or my ki mode stat here was A, I'd be charging faster in 1 than I would be in my base, let alone 3, which would have C and C, remember, in our hypothetical. And so that way, and look at my stamina, this would be regenning even faster. Now the downside, of course, is I'm in Super Saiyan 1, my damage reduction multiplier is lower, or my damage reduction percentage is much lower than in 3. My other stats are much lower than they would be in 3. My letters here for offense are lower in 1 than they are for 3. So, like, that's kind of what I'm saying. That's the trade-off. You can regain your ki and your stamina faster in 1, and then look, you go straight back to 3 and you're back in the fight. And maybe by the time you're recovered, your friend needs to tag out, right? Or for PvP as well. Like, you can just do that when you're low and try to play defensively. Maybe you save your counters and you're more, like, for example, right? Let's say, like, this is a broad example, but let's say, like, I have my counter for defense, so let's say I need to drop down to 1 in a PvP match, right? Now this guy's gonna pressure me because I'm in 1, but what I can easily do, he could either, like, also drop down, or let's say that counter hit, I knock him away, right? That's giving me time, and he has to use resources to keep up his offensive maneuvers, right? So, like, let's say he rushes again, I can perfect block that because he's getting desperate. I can use a cell shot, and that gives me even more space, right? And then I block this. He's gonna rush at me soon, hopefully. Come on, Cooler, rush at me. Please. There we go. I can counter him again, and boom, I'm back. I can go 3. And I'm back. I'm back in the fight, right? Now, I just think like this, like you guys have to just like walk with me for a second. Giving more thought-provoking like experience into PvP, like for higher level PvP players, it's not a problem. Like you probably won't even have to do this, right? Because your fights are probably ending faster and whatnot. Like that's just a skill diff. But like for lower level players, like just the more thought-provoking in combat, because it's not really a PvP thing, it's a combat thing, right? This would affect both. I really do think like more thought-provoking stuff like that is just more fun, right? It really is. Like just sitting here using ultimate, because like it's either that, right, and you're using cool forms and everything, unique forms, or you can go to ultimate and just like watch. I wash him. Like obviously I set my power back up, but you guys get the point. I wash him, and who really likes this form over Super Saiyan 3 or 2, right? Like no one really does. And then speaking of 2, you might ask like, oh well, where does 2 fit in? Because you kind of didn't really explain it. Well, 2 is just a middle ground. There's no drawback to 2. If these two stats were B and B, there would be no drawback to 2, and it would be much stronger than Super Saiyan 1. So it's basically just a stronger version of Super Saiyan 1, but with no drawback, but with no like real gain either. It's just a stronger, more defensive, tanky form. And then 3 would be a step literally further beyond that, right? No pun intended. So, I don't know, that's my idea with like form perfecting. And obviously I know this would only affect Saiyans, but you can literally just go through every freaking race's form and like adjust it. Like it really wouldn't be that hard to just sit down for like an hour or 2 and be creative about like adjusting the stats for each form and like really like trying to figure out what strategy people could use. Or you could just copy paste this strategy. Who would really care, right? Like realistically, who would care? And I don't know, I just think that it would make the game more thought-provoking, more fun, more interesting. You know, you'd see more people using Super Saiyan 3, even Heaven Savior, right? Like, I don't know, man. I mean, we're all excited for Paths anyway, so maybe they can take this idea and just give it to the Paths forums. So maybe Path form number 1 is pretty much, let's say it's, let's just go with the God path, because that's more predictable, right? Let's say Super Saiyan God has A and A stamina and key type for perfecting. Then Blue would have B and B, and then whatever is after Blue, we can say Blue Evolved maybe, would be C and C. And so, you know, you would drop down to get your stamina and key type back, right? So, if that makes sense. So, I don't know, that just fruit for thought, you know. I want to get into the explanation now of the actual perfected Super Saiyan in the showcase. Just wanted to talk about this first with you guys. Let me know what you guys think. And let's go ahead and get into that showcase. Alright, you ready, bro?
Alright, yeah.
So, my Super Saiyan, of course, is fully perfected. So that's D, C, D, C, B, B. Yours is all Fs. Which is very convenient for the video. So
your melee stat, mine is 2170.
Mine is 2011. Yours is 2170.
Yeah.
So there's a slight discrepancy there. However, I am 12 levels higher than you. So
yeah,
it doesn't really even out, but it'll at least be.
We'll assume so.
You have more damage than me, so like theoretically, your Super Saiyan should do more. Because if I pull up my Super Saiyan once more, melee attack being D is only a 5% increase. Maybe with my super attacks I'll do more damage than you, but my normal attacks may not. So let's go ahead and see. So, of course, my Super Saiyan, if I punch you, you have Captain Ginyu equipped?
Let me equip you do it.
We have a very specific moveset. It's all kind of Namek themed to go along. I know Super Saiyan is technically not the Namek form. It's technically the future form if you think about it that way. But obviously we're just gonna do Namek moves. It's freaking Super Saiyan 1. Come on now.
It's Super Saiyan. Come on.
So, let's go ahead. So, if I punch you, I do 655.
I do 636.
So I am
Hey,
doing
good
more
luck.
than you, even though you have higher melee than me. Okay. Let's try just a Ki Blast. I did 507.
445. Oh, I have like nothing in damage. 88.
Yeah, my key damage is 358, so I have a lot more. That's just from Time Chamber, by the way. Alright, let's go ahead and try these supers. So I'm gonna do Mystic Wave on you. I'm just gonna... I guess I could fully charge it, so that way we're consistent.
Yeah, I guess it's the most consistent.
Yeah. Oh, you can't really fully charge this one, okay. Well, 13,086.
10,966.
So yeah, I did a lot more, but then again, my key damage is a lot more than yours. Okay, 11,451, no crit.
11,451.
So now you try to get a no crit. Go for no
Alright.
crits.
Almost. 10,006. 10,600.
10,600. So I do well over... Or not well over 1,000 more than you, but almost 1,000 more than you.
Oh, that's a lot of...
31,000 with 3
Meal.
crits. That's actually a good combo. Or a good counter, I should say. That's really good. What the hell? How much you do?
Oh, wait, I'm in red.
Oh, are you a half Saiyan?
Yeah, I'm a half.
You gotta reset.
My reset is bugged.
Bruh. Alright, now you die.
For the record, that did like 52,000.
That's crazy. Half Saiyans are very fair, by the way. How much?
1 crit, 23,851.
Yeah, mine is comfortably higher, even though there's a crit discrepancy, it's fine. Shooting Star Arrow, just quickly, why not? That did 10,600. So, again, keep in mind this is a big difference here in key damage stat, 300 difference.
8,910.
And then here's my Nova Strike. 11,451, no crit.
Wow.
Now you try yours.
Nova Strike. 10,600.
Alright.
The same as...
Yeah, it's
Did I get that
basically
one?
like an 800 damage difference. And then if I charge up my ultimate, Raccoon Punch, did 18,895.
Mine did 17,490.
And then here's a fully charged, you can't charge it. There's an Angry Kamehameha, 16,000.
Bro, the
Hit me
property
with
tax
yours.
in DBZ gotta be crazy.
Alright.
13,707.
Alright. Now, for a fun little test I want to do with you. We're both gonna...
Alright.
We're gonna both go fight. I gotta think, like, what would be a good challenge for our Super Saiyan form that wouldn't really be too much? Maybe Perfect Cell in future?
I guess.
And I'm not even going to
Right.
use any key moves, because that's unfair, because I have higher key damage than you. I'm only going to be using my melee moves.
Alright. Am I allowed to alter my power output? My defense output?
No.
God damn it.
I don't think our race ability is going to affect either of us in this fight. Alright, I'm going to start.
I mean, what if I just not start in Super Saiyan?
I'm going to start, okay? Remember, he has 2 phases.
Alright.
Alright, I'm
Two
going.
phases, I remember.
And remember, we're using the same moveset. And I'm not going to use any key moves to make it fair. I can
Alright.
use Key Blasts, obviously. It shouldn't affect it so much. Damn it, I got you missed. That could affect my time.
I'm gonna just chill next to Gohan, Super Saiyan.
Bet.
I'm the same. I'm shorter than Gohan. God damn.
Nova Strike kind of stinks. Because you can't vanish
Just
off
like
of
the
it.
LR.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, because the animation is too long. I can't vanish off of it.
Sucks just like the LR.
I'm at almost a minute. And 59 seconds. I did it less than a minute. Your
59
time to
seconds
beat
out.
is 59 seconds, yeah. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1, go. He missed. He missed. Bro, you gotta go, man! You gotta go! What the heck? No pressure, Delta. No pressure, Delta. Oh, he got hit by a this is not looking good for him. Nice Nova Strike. Bro pulled an actual Cannon Frieza. Bro's using the beams. This is cheating. This is cheating. He's
You
cheating.
said you couldn't use. You won't use it.
He's cheating. Ref, he's cheating. Do something. Ref, do something.
Who's the ref?
It's Cell Jr., I guess. I don't know. Gohan.
Gohan would be on my side.
Hey, you're at.
He hates Cell.
Hey, you got less than 20 seconds to go, buddy. Yeah, you can do it. I just suck, apparently. Oh, but you're choking. The throw is not gonna help. Oh, he's going for the ultimate. He got clutched. 3, 2, 1. No, you couldn't do it. It's 1 minute.
I got caught.
You got codged. That, I mean, that is irrefutable evidence that Perfect Super Saiyan is awesome, huh? Right? Yeah, bro, you're still going, man. You're still going. I paused the timer. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have done it. Bro, it's still going. Dude, I fell asleep and came back, and like, you're still going.
You would not fall asleep.
This is crazy. Don't worry, Delta. I'll save you.
Why can he do that?
I saved you, Delta. It's okay.
Me too.
I saved you. It's okay.
Get out of here, no. Get out of my timeline.
Get out of my timeline. Oh, go back.
Just smack him with the hammer.
No, just blow him up.